Hello, folks. If you guys heard the news, most likely you did. Definitely go check out Goosebumps #1 Aussie fan if you want. Definitely news on Goosebumps. But for me right now, I'm just going to talk about Slappy. Slappy is returning in Goosebumps Horrorland. Of course, I could simply cuss and say no, but we all know he was going to come back. I mean, we just have one book down. One book that got burned, and then he's now trapped in another book. But we have 9 plus, 10 plus books where he can return again. And that is always the funniest thing of where I'm going to continue to harp and quote until they finally say, ah, this is what you were wanting. Right now, no. Rob Letterman has not actually hit that freaking damn bump of where it's like, so how many times can Slappy come back? Not to mention the fact of if you have 2 books of Slappy and you release it, does that mean that 2 Slappies are now there, or they fuse into one as if Super Android 17? And that means that either it's going to take, I don't know, because I'm not sure. Maybe it'll take 2 books to actually encase him, or he's powerful enough to maybe resist a little bit. Who knows? That's the questions I have about the freaking books releasing. That's my freaking question. Now, as for the Haunted Mask, I just decided to throw that in. Haunted Mask, they actually have only 2 books, could have been 3, where you could have the original mask return. And of course, with Haunted Mask 2, we basically have just second mask. I do have to say, side note, it's kind of sad that there wasn't a Haunted Mask 3 where they dealt with his friend, but of course, given that the first book ended with her brother putting it on, then the second book ended with the friend of a friend, or a friend of the kind of would someday be her boyfriend, put it on. It's like, oh man. And have a good one for Haunted Mask. Yeah, I have a good video for that. That's a simple question that I have, is like, how you going to tackle that? And for people, which there's one person I actually commented on in Bjorn's video, with the freaking camera, with the freaking Say Cheese and Die camera, it can come back at least 3 times. That's 3 times total where he actually shows up. So if it got taken away once, he'll come back 2 more times. The only messed up part is, this is where I get to the other part of where I'm like, okay, so how exactly will that work? Because it's an item. Kind of like the Kugel Doom. It's a freaking item. There's no freaking way how it could actually harm people at all. Not unless you're going to bring Spider into this. That's the only way how it works. If Spider shows up and Spider has the camera, that's when you're screwed. But he only shows up in 1 book, technically. And 2 other books, it's alone. I don't remember what happened in Say Cheese and Die Screaming. I kind of forgot what that one was. But I remember the second one, it was basically, it got busted. And I'm sorry to say this, but again, my gosh, the ending of the episode did a nice job, unlike what happened in the book. I'm going to end it here, and actually we'll talk about the Haunted Mask. So stay tuned for that.